Greetings, football lovers, not just Masandawana, because this content is not only for Sundown supporters, but everyone who loves the beautiful game, man. It's the new year and club football is back, and that can only mean one thing. Match previews and reviews coming from us at Masandawana Fan Vlog. Dumela Rapelang Selemong se setjha.
Sure, Thabiso.
How are you, sir?
I'm well, and you?
No, man, no complaints, man. Almost said Happy New Year, but yeah, no, February, no, you can't be saying Happy New Year ka February, eh?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Are you ready for 25 or 26 plus more match previews until season FM?
Yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm prepared. Wa bona lona go ke beile sporty aside vandag ke kamele tlhogo, so yeah, I'm prepared and I'm ready.
Yeah, new year, new hairstyles ka wena le Neo, man. But yeah, let's get down to it, man. For those who are joining us for the very first time, I'm Izo and I do this with Rapelang. We do this every match day. You'll get every match day -1. You will get a match preview from us. So yeah, man, don't forget to subscribe. Don't just watch the content. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, share with everyone that you know, man. Share on your timeline, share with your friends and everyone that you know might enjoy this type of content. Perhaps we're playing the last game of our match game block, a home match against Chippa United, who lost to our other academy, because Ronaldo Academy say development side say two Super Sports and Tax, man. Yes, I couldn't believe the number of current and former players Sundowns that were playing in that match between Tax and Chippa, man. How do you think this loss will affect into Chippa United?
Look, I think first of all, they played against a lower division side. As much as Amatak, they are playing in a very competitive league, but losing against a lower division side, how come did we lose this game? But I think the pressure is on the coach. The coach has to deliver because of the position that they find themselves in, that they should win games, and starting so negative with a loss, I think the coach and the players will panic because of they're at a stage where they can't afford to lose any other games. But I think them being knocked out of the Nedbank Cup, I think it is a blessing for them because of they will have enough time to focus on the league, because of obviously securing that status on the PSL, it is a priority for them. So I think it should work for them as much as they are knocked out, but I think it should work for them because of they will put more focus on the league.
Yeah, I agree with you. That might be a blessing in disguise for them, you know, but you never know. With Chippa, you never know, man. They I don't know, man, how to say they're doing this season more leaking. I think Chippa is one of those teams that play to keep their PSL status. I don't think they have any ambitions to win the cup or anything like that. As long as they're in the league, they are happy, man. I mean, they currently 12 on the lock. They've played 17 games. They've only won 3 matches this season. They drew 7 and then lost 7. They only scored 11 goals, conceded 19. So goal difference is -8, man. So, and they currently on 16 points. Do you think they go into this game? Is it one of those? If we get anything out of it, awesome. But if we lose, we won't be too harsh on ourselves.
Look, I think for us, we shouldn't even think about a loss. I think this is a must win. I think we are playing against a team that
No,
is
Raps,
under.
I mean for them, is it a game? Do they go into this game, banana? Or if they get anything, be it a draw, a win, great. But if they don't get anything out of this game, it's not a train smash. I mean, it's Sundowns. It's expected that they will lose to Sundowns.
Look, I think a point, I think it will be good for them. A win, it will be a bonus. I think in the first round, they managed to get a point from us and they were in a good position. But unfortunately, at this moment, they are not in a good position. So they need to get something out of this game, either a point or 3 points. I think a loss will put them under pressure because if you can check the log, the team that are underneath them, the points are slightly close to each other. So it is a game where they should get a point or 3 points because of we know Chippa. It is a team that they don't have enough quality. And they are playing against a good side like Mamelodi Sundowns. So I think they will target a draw against us.
I think they go into this game. You don't go into a game with a mindset, yeah, we will lose or anything, but I don't think they are under pressure to win this game. I mean, they're playing the best team in the country, man. So yeah, they've only won 3 games this season, Rapelang, and all 3 they won on the road. Is this a worry for? Do they pose any danger to Sundowns? Let me put it that way.
I doubt they will pose any danger to us because of even in the first round, the game that we played in Nelson Mandela Bay, I think they didn't have enough shots at goal, and also they didn't create enough. As much as they've won those 3 games away from home, but at this moment they're playing a good side, a team that normally dominates at home. So it will going to be very tough for them to continue winning those away games.
Yeah, speaking of their shots on target, man, yes, I looked at their expected goals for when they are on the road. Their expected goals for key 0.95. They scoring less than that. They scoring 0.89, and then expected goals against key 1.05. They are conceding 1.44. So it tells you everything you need to know. Chippa, that they don't score much, but they concede well. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are a lot of positives. There are some positives when you look at them, and you look at Evanga this season. It seems like he's found his goal scoring boost. He's currently on 7 goals. Last season, for the whole season, he only scored 7. So he's seemingly found his goal scoring boost, man. And the other thing is, for now, I believe Ket lets them play. He gives them freedom to play, unlike the previous coach who relied on low block and then hope for the best. So I think the players enjoy their football under Ket. And then late the festive break that they had, I think it gave Ket ample time to pass on the ideologies higher to the players. Even though they lost their first game, but maybe he's had time to work with them, build a structure of some sort, and going into the remainder of this season. And then there's a player that I like. Maybe it's because his name is Thabiso, but yeah, I like the directness. Yali man. He's old school. Hanan Twele cut inside. No, he goes straight more, full backing, crosses the ball. That's what he does. And he has a lot of pace. And with Evanga, when they go into a low block, he gives them an option out ball, because Hawali in a low block, he comes to the side, most especially to the left, and then they play a long ball to him. He's busty, and he uses his pace. He used that a lot against King Maritzburg. So if the rest defense, the opponents, it's not good, he will punish you. And then there's Toto, man. Gaming earlier tax, he came on at half time. Within a few minutes, they had two corners. He took two brilliant corners that they almost scored from, and then he had a shot at goal outside of the box. So they will use him as a weapon, because they have quite a lot of the three center backs that they play with are very tall. Also, Kali said piece they might come in handy. Wena, what have you seen from them on the positive?
Look, I think, like you have said, having a guy like Evanga as a point of reference, it is obviously a threat to the opponents. And he's a threat when he has the ball and when he doesn't have the ball, because of the ball, he can apply pressure and win the ball in the upper position of the pitch, like how that first goal came about when they played Amazon, where he applied pressure on Velimoto, and that led to a goal. I think a guy like Evanga, they seriously need him, and you could see his absence when they played Amatax. They really missed him. They really missed someone who apply pressure and someone who can hold the ball and connect with the likes of Mokhele and Libongele. So also Ngele, his ability to take shots outside the box and deliver those set pieces, because of their a good height, they can compete aerially. They have both Peterson and they have also Lebo Hanamoop and Evanga as well with his physique, and also the energy that Hanamoop gives them when in terms of the energy and the creativity going forward, delivering those crosses, because of when he's there, I think their left side is more dangerous.
Sorry to interject. I could be wrong, but I think they've let Hanemub go away. I could be wrong, but I think I don't think he was even on the bench yesterday.
Yeah, no, we really don't know what's happening there. So I think a guy like Hanamuk, they missed him in the previous game against Amatars. And also, one of their strengths is when Linzo has the ball, they play through him. He makes the team play. But when Linzo is quiet, the team tend to struggle a little bit. So if they can play through Linzo and make sure that most of the time Linzo is the one who has the ball in most dangerous positions, I think that's where they can punish a lot of teams, because of he has an eye for a pass and he's very comfortable on the ball, and he can link up with Bo Evanga and Bo Ngele, and also he can drop a little bit and collect the ball. So I think if they can continue involving Linzo in their build-up and also in their position and attack, I think they stand a chance of creating a lot of chances compared to those that they have created in previous games.
Yeah, man. But with the positives, there are obviously negatives as well. And I've picked up quite a few. I want a goalkeeper shame. They don't have a goalkeeper shame. That guy, Mjali, is not good enough. He for that level, he's not. He shouldn't be your main goalkeeper. And then they don't have depth in their team, man. They have decent players, but they don't have players who are. They don't have a good squad. Let me be blatant. They don't have a good squad. They don't have a good enough squad, and they don't score enough. Rapelang. I mean, if Vanga is on 7 goals, the next player is on 1 goal. What does that tell you, man? It can't be like that, man. You can't have one player who's on 7 and then the next more one. And then they play, because they play a 3-5-2, they play 3 center backs who are all right-footed. And yeah, it causes an imbalance, more teaming, you know. At least if one of them was left-footed, adlala a left center back, and the set piece, they mark zonally. And you know how I feel about zonal marking, man. I can't say it every episode, zonal marking. And when you play against such a team like Sundowns with such good set piece takers, you are definitely in trouble. Zulu, who plays right center back, is very sloppy. He's very sloppy in possession. If you press him, he's prone to the mistake. You are ball. Winner?
Look, I think like you have said, the defense is very sloppy, and there's no communication between the center backs and the goalkeeper as well. If you can look at the second goal that they conceded, I think if they communicated better, I think they should have avoided that. They should avoided conceding that goal. And also, Mjali, like you have said, I think Mjali PSL is a top league, and you should have top players as well. But Mjali's mistakes cost the team, and I think the first goal, like you should have done better because of that ball was within reach. You should have at least saved that ball or dealt with it better. And also, one thing I've picked up about Cape Town City is the lapse of
Cape Town City.
Chippa United, what I've witnessed is the lapse of concentration in the last 10 minutes of the game. They considered 2 goals within, I think, 3 minutes against Amatax, and as well against Amazulu, the equalizer that Memela scored. I think it was around 80th minutes as well. So the team that loses concentration in the critical minutes of the game, and playing against Mamelodi Sundowns that scores a lot of goals in the second half, I think they're gonna find themselves in a huge problem.
I don't know what's going on with Watenga, but he was not even on the bench. I think he's their best goalkeeper. So going into lineup Yabona, I think they'll start Kamchali, and then the 3 center backs will be Zulu, Peterson, and then Mtetwa. Middle, excuse me, in the middle, I think they will have Libito and Siabi as well as Ndlizo and then Fumbezai. I think they'll bring Warra for this game for biting Mole Hari about tactical fouls and about to stop Sundowns from playing through the middle. And then Itlaba Ngele just behind the 2 strikers. I think they'll have Nga Liskotlo going into this match. Sundowns, Raps, what do they have to do to beat Chippa?
Look, I think first of all, we should continue where we left off in the second half when we played Richards Bay. I think we should take care of the ball. I think our passing accuracy should be better because of we will be playing home and in a good pitch. So I'm expecting us to rotate the ball better and not lose the possession cheaply. And also, like you have said, they are very sloppy at the back. I think if we apply pressure and force them to make mistakes, I think we have an advantage of punishing them or getting a goal. And it is important to apply pressure in the final third of the pitch, where if you win the ball, you know you have to make a single pass to get a goal scoring opportunity. And also, it shouldn't be one-dimensional. I think we should be flexible and unpredictable as well. We can attack centrally by using Zwane or Galani if we will play, or we can attack the wide channels because of we get goals also from playing in those wide channel. Lyle had an assist, and also and Mudawe had an assist, and also their defense is not good in terms of picking up players and marking. So I think a guy like Shalule should always be around the box and causing a lot of movement. And also as well, when we played them in the first round, there was a huge gap between our middle fielder and the guys who were playing up front. And we struggled a lot in terms of connecting and linking up. I think in this game, we should be closer to each other and we should make those short passes, because of once you make long balls, that means the guy who pass the ball should run a longer distance to be closer with the guy who has the ball on his feet. So I think we should be closer to each other, and as well, we should keep them in their toes. Like now in this game, I will go with 2 center forwards. I want them to be under pressure. I want them, if Shalulile Aile on the side, I know there's Safranco inside the box, because of in the first round of the league, Shalulile will go on the right and there will be no one inside the box. So I think this is a game where I will start a guy like Safranco because of his work ethic and also his aerial strength, because of we've scored about 2 goals against Richards Bay coming from crosses. So a guy like Safranco, I think in this game, I think he can do very well.
Now, I think the main thing, man, it's the turnovers in the first half, man. It's in the first half, Richards Bay. It felt like maybe that the players were in competition who lose the ball the most. So once we make the ball our friend again and we take good care of it, we caress it, half our job is done. I would honestly drop Mandela. I know it was the first game, but that guy is a disaster waiting to happen. Honestly, I would rather have, if Mosa is not fit, I wouldn't mind having my favorite player play as a centre back, River, because I am not comfortable at all with Mandela, man. Honestly, I'm not at ease when that guy is in the field. Our set pieces, man, they need to be on point, just like they've been in recent times, Then the one thing that I like about Sundowns now is that Sundowns, when we can crack you in normal play, we'll use the set piece to our advantage, and set the traps on the center back stubborn, because they are all right-footed. You press Mtetwa and have him use his weaker foot, until he's slopey on the other side. Zulu, you set the triggers on Bona. So but I think you covered most of the things. This is the last game of our 4th game block. We've played 4 games. We've won 2. Rejiwe 1. Draw A1. We're currently on 7 points. We win this one. We get into double figures of 10, and it won't be such a bad one, As long as you're getting into double figures, I think it's promising, where you're getting closer to the end goal. Perhaps this game, we're playing a lot of games in a very short space of time now, but I don't think it's the right time to maybe rotate. I think we play this game with preparation for the next game against Hilal, which will be our Champions League match. I think we should go full strength, but I don't think Nto will be available, Safranco. I don't think they will risk him. I think they will maybe prepare him for game and Toabo. In the game, to me, it seemed like Shika was playing in between the lines. It was Ralani le Kutu were on the sides, but Ralani Lena, he would come inside quite a lot. Would you have Shika play there again if Safranco is not available?
Play where he played against Richard, maybe between the lines.
Yeah. Where do you think he played? Because to me, it seemed like that's where he was told to, the space that he was primarily occupying.
Yeah, and I think he played between the lines. I think because of I think they wanted to give also Ralani a little bit of freedom and be a guy that is much offensive compared to Shika because of how Rulani spoke about the numbers that Ralani has. I think Ralani is a goal scorer and also is more skillful than Mshishi on the ball because of how he can eliminate players. So I think Mshishi is good when he drops a little bit where he collects the ball and he carries the ball forward.
Okay. This is my lineup. If Dennis is fit, I'll start Dennis and then right back Modau, and then my two center backs will be the Rook, Lekotier. If Mosa, Le Grant are still not fit, and then like hey, and then my midfield will be Jadi Lemkwena. But if one of the center backs is fit, I'll start River again, and then I'll drop Ntona. I'll drop Thabiso and have Kapinga start ahead of Thabiso, and then I'll have Ralani as well as Shika le Shalulile. Wena?
I have Mwene, Mdau, Kotia, Lubusa if he's fit, and Laila K. Midfield I have Rivaldo and
you said Kotia by mistake. I think you meant the Rook, ne?
Yeah, the Rook, Rushin the Rook, and I'd have Lubusa Lela K. Midfield I'll have Rivaldo, Kotia, and Antilejali. Then 2 number 10s I'll have Zwane, Lisabres Ralani. Then up front I'll go for Safranco and Peter Shalulile.
Okay, all right. Prediction?
I think we'll win 3-0.
I think we'll win 4-0 again. Your goal scorers?
Safranco will score, Sabres Ralani will score, and Peter Shalulile will score.
Shalulile, Brace, Zwane, as well as Ralani again. I think he will score again. Yeah, that's that, Masanda. I want to thank you for watching yet another installment of The Yellow Corner. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with everyone, man. Share every time we post on social media platforms. Retweet or tag everyone, on our posts. We really appreciate your support, man. Thanks. The boys will be back on Monday. When are we playing? Monday. So they'll be back on Tuesday morning with the ratings and review. And then Rona will be back on Thursday with the preview of our first Champions League match in the group stage against Al Hilal from Sudan. Cheers. Sharp, Ndogesh.
Sharp.